Jazzcast Pros.
Hello. Welcome to episode 183. Today we are going to be talking about breaking free, the first step to liberation. Hello, fearless warriors. Welcome to Fearless Fridays with Maryann, the podcast where real talk meets real transformation. I am your host, Dr. Maryann Rivera-Dannert, and with over 10 years as a life coach, author, speaker, and trainer, I will be guiding you on this journey of healing, growth, and empowerment. Each week, we dive into raw, authentic conversations about life's challenges, victories, and everything in between. Together, we'll hear your inner child, build unshakable confidence, and unlock the fearless you that's been waiting to shine. So grab your favorite drink, settle in, and let's take the next step towards the life that you deserve. This is your safe space, your community, and your call to be limitless, because it's time to be free, fearless, and fabulous. So let me ask you a question. What would your life look like if you finally let go of limiting beliefs that have been holding you back? So what exactly are limiting beliefs? So limiting beliefs are assumptions or perceptions that hold you back. They keep you stuck. They keep you from making progress towards achieving your goals, to pursuing your passions, to living out your dreams, and to living a bold life. And where exactly do these assumptions come from? They come from childhood experiences. They come from things that you may see on social media or out in society. They can also come from traumatic events that have actually occurred to us. They can be from past failures. Sometimes we attempt to do something and for whatever reason, we are not successful, and that limiting belief is triggered and it starts to speak louder and louder. And it also comes by comparison. So when we start to compare ourselves to other people, whether it's people that we actually know, whether it's people that we see on social media, our mind starts to play tricks on us. So, for example, if you have ever thought or been told that you are not good enough, which is a belief that you lack certain skills, that you lack worthiness to be successful, that something is wrong with you, that, again, that you are lacking something to enable you to achieve or accomplish something, that you don't have enough time. How many times have you heard yourself saying that? And you probably have heard people say, well, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. And the thing is that when it comes to feeling that we don't have enough time, we have to do an inventory on how we are spending our time. Because the truth of the matter is that we all have the same 24 hours in a day. And if something is truly important to you, I am telling you, you will make time for it. That you will never be financially stable. This belief keeps you from living a financial stable life, from getting rid of debt, from living within your means, because you are living in a mindset of scarcity. And another limiting belief is that success is for other people and not you. You're assuming that success is something that others can achieve, but not you. And then this last example, that you're too old to start something new, thinking that age is a barrier of pursuing new opportunities. And I'm pretty sure that you may have read in the past, or you may have seen in the past, that people like Vera Wang, she became famous when she was, I believe it was 45. J.K. Rowling, she was in her late 30s, 40s, I believe, when she wrote the Harry Potter series and so forth. So how can you start to overcome this limiting beliefs? So you can start working on your mindset by reprogramming your thoughts. And before you even do that, before you start reprogramming your mindset, you have to start questioning where these limiting beliefs are coming from. And you have to challenge them. Is there any truth to them? For example, if you feel that you are not good enough, think about when was the first time that you had that thought, that you had that feeling. Did somebody say that to you? what was going on? Who was it that said something to you and that you have given it so much power that you're still holding on to that? So when you allow limiting beliefs to take hold, the way that they show up in your life is, again, you're not living boldly. You're not pursuing your passions. You are not pursuing your dreams. You are just living the day by day. You're going with which direction the wind blows. If the wind is blowing south, then you're heading south. If the wind is blowing north, then you're going north. And the thing is that when we don't stop to evaluate and to question and to challenge these limiting beliefs and to start working on them, we're just living life. Life is passing us by. And deep down, you may have some goals that you want to accomplish, and you're waiting for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is never going to come. You keep saying, okay, I'll do that later. I'll do that later. I'll do it in 6 months. I'll do it in a year. And the thing about it is that when you pause, 5 years have gone by, 10 years have gone by, and you are still making that same goal. So I have a solution for you. I recently wrote and launched a new book called From Limitation to Liberation, 50 Mindset Shifts for the Woman Who Dares. And if you are watching this on YouTube or you're looking at one of the reels, here is what the book looks like, which I am super excited about. So again, 50 Mindset Shifts for the Woman Who Dares. And what exactly does that woman dare? What exactly are you daring? Are you daring to shift your mindset? Are you daring to confront these limiting beliefs? Are you daring to challenge these limiting beliefs? Are you daring to live life out loud, to be bold, to be fearless, to pursue your passions and your dreams without apology? Let me give you a quick example of one of the limiting beliefs. So this is mindset shift number 5. Shift from fear to courage. Take action despite the fear, knowing that courage grows with each step. And then on the right-hand side, there are journaling and reflective questions. So the first question that pertains to this particular mindset shift is, reflect on the mindset shift that you've just read. What feelings come up? So I want you to pull out a pen and paper if you have not already done so. And I'm going to read the mindset shift again and the action step. And I want you to answer these questions. So shift from fear to courage. Take action despite the fear, knowing that courage grows with each step. So what feelings come up for you when you hear that? Question number 2. Where did your fears originate from? And then question number 3, what will life look like if you let go of the fear? So there are 50 different mindset shifts that will take you from limitation to liberation. And they are broken down into 5 parts. Part 1 is confidence boosters. Part 2, healing the inner child. Part 3, abundance and success. Part 4, self-care and well-being. Part 5, fearlessness and empowerment. And the reason why I wrote this book is for several reasons. Number 1, I am part of a speakers group, which is called Global Speakers University, which is led by Dr. Cheryl Wood. And during the first class, she spoke to us that as experts, as coaches, as business owners, entrepreneurs, mental health therapists, because the group just ranges in the different backgrounds of individuals, or even if you are in corporate, we should all have a tip book, a guidebook that when we are doing speaking engagements, when we're leading workshops, when we're coaching our clients, that we are able to leave them with a resource. So I took action very quickly. I went through my notes, through all my posts, that I have saved on my computer, and I came up with 50 mindset shifts. Not just mindset shifts that you're just reading and thinking on. I want you to reflect on each of them. I want you to answer some questions. There's different questions for each of the mindset shifts because you might have heard the saying in the past that knowledge is power. That is partly true. Knowledge is power when followed by action. So I truly believe that you can read all the books in the world. You can listen to all the podcasts in the world. You could attend all the different webinars, masterminds. You can even hire a coach. But unless you take action, nothing is going to change. And you have heard the saying before, for something to change, something needs to change. So I want you to take some time and again, think about a limiting belief that is keeping you stuck. Where did it come from? Is there any truth to it? And I want you to challenge it for whatever amount of excuses, reasons that you can find for that limiting beliefs. I want you to find 2 to 3 positive things that have occurred to challenge the limiting belief. So for example, if you feel or you have been told that you are not good enough, I want you to come up for 2 to 3 different ways that you are good enough, that you are more than enough, that you are more than worthy, that you are more than worthy to get that job that you truly desire, to be fully loved, to be in a safe, protective, and supportive relationship or circle of friends, that you are more than enough and that you are worthy of setting boundaries. So this is part 1 of this series. I am probably going to make this into 3 parts of breaking free. So this is the first step to liberation, which is challenging your mindset. And I'm going to put in the show notes where you can purchase a copy of the book because it is available now on Amazon, or you can go to my website and you can order from my website. And when you order from my website, you get some exclusive bonuses. It will be autographed and a couple of other fun things for you. So I want you to start shifting your mindset. Every time that you think of a limiting belief that you're currently holding on to, again, where did it come from? Is it something that actually happened to you? Is it something that was, told to you? And I want you to ask yourself, why have you given this limiting belief so much power? And the thing about it is that when negative words are spoken over us and they are continuous and just continuous and continuous, number 1, we start to believe those things. And number 2, we start looking for evidence to make that limiting belief a reality. So for example, if you were previously in a relationship, whether it was, you were married or just in a long-term relationship and that relationship no longer exists, and that individual said to you that you are no good, you're damaged goods, no one is ever going to love you. And then you felt there was some rejection coming from somewhere else. For example, you might have applied for a job and you were turned down, or you found out that your group of friends planned to go out somewhere and they didn't include you. You might start to, you hear that imposter syndrome. You hear that little inner critic voice saying to you, yeah, well, so-and-so told you that you were never going to be good enough and that no one would ever love you. And here's proof of that. That's how limiting beliefs become a reality for many of us. I have been there. When I was married before, I remember when I left that relationship, I remember my ex-husband saying to me that I was not good enough and that no one would ever love me, no one would ever want me. And between that divorce and when I married my second husband, there was a 4 or 5 year gap. And during that time, I was in and out of relationships. And of course, every time each relationship did not work out, what voice did I start hearing? And it wasn't until someone challenged my mindset. It wasn't until someone said, what truth is there to that? Talk about the positive things. So I truly invite you to check out the show notes for some resources where you can get a copy of the book. Make sure that you share this episode with a friend or two and tune back in next week as we dig in a little deeper into shifting our mindset so we can move from limitation to liberation, because you are more than enough. You are worthy, and the world is waiting for you because it is your birthright to be fearless, happy, and fabulous. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode. If you enjoyed today's conversation, please leave us a 5-star review and share with a friend or two. If you aren't already following us on social media, please connect with me on LinkedIn at Maryann Rivera Dannert or visit our website, MaryannRiveraDannert.com.